Air Adventures of Biggles.
After the desperate fight which ended in Morgan's death, Algy and Ginge decide to stick together. Carrying the box between them, they push through the thorn bush and over the mud flats to Man o' War Bay. It is late afternoon by the time they reach the coast, and knowing nothing of Bertie's recent adventures, they're surprised to find that the plane has gone. In its place is the Vega, swinging at anchor, and sauntering along the beach is von Stahlheim. On an impulse, Algy holds him up from his hiding place behind a sand dune. But almost immediately, Ginge yells a warning. 4 figures have appeared behind them. Zoratov and the 3 Negroes.
You will put up your hands, Englishmen, and drop that gun. Do as I say. Drop it.
All right. That satisfy you?
Search them, in case they are carrying more weapons.
Yes, boss, I see.
We aren't. You needn't waste your time.
I have learnt that it is no waste of time to make sure of you people. Stay on the beach, Eric. If they try to dodge behind the sandhills, you can shoot from there.
It's all sewn up, isn't it?
Yes, I feel it is. I see no possible way in which you can trick us.
Never be too sure of that job.
They don't carry no more guns, boss.
That is lucky for them. There will be less temptation to be foolish.
The luck's all your way, Zoratov. It was the prime fluke of all time that you came round the back of the dune at that moment.
Fluke? Oh, no. That was no fluke.
What do you mean?
That was planned, you fool. Even Eric's stroll along the beach was planned. You see, we have discovered how curious you can be.
How did you know we were here?
Oh, very simply. I had sent a fellow to join Morgan. When he saw what happened at the hut, he did not show himself.
Wise of him.
Very. He was wise also to follow you as you carried the box through to the coast. Then to run ahead and warn us. You have not been very careful.
Did he tell you what happened to Morgan?
Morgan was foolish. I warned him repeatedly that his love of the razor would bring him trouble. I should have used a gun. I find them much more convenient.
That's what you have in mind now, I suppose.
Perhaps. First, I am concerned with this most interesting box. It contains the documents, of course.
Find out for yourself.
I shall. Eric has the key to it on the yacht.
Where the dickens did he find that?
In the most obvious place. On Wolf's keyring. You refer to him as Hagen, don't you?
We didn't see his keyring.
It was in his house in Jamaica. Eric took possession of it before you arrived.
There's no need to be a hypocrite about it, Zoratov.
You seem to forget something, you English. Wolf had promised on his death those documents should go to von Stahlheim. He wrote to him of the key, and he promised to tell him later the exact location of the box. Unfortunately, he died first. But this box and the papers in it belong to my friend.
And not to your government, Zoratov?
If von Stahlheim wishes to sell them to my government, it is no affair of yours.
You're talking through your hat. The documents in that box were stolen from the German government at the end of the war. If they belong to anyone, it's to the Allies who beat the Germans.
Including my country.
Your country has no more right to them than anyone else. Less, because the only reason you want the plans is to help you build bigger and more horrible weapons of war.
So, England, of course, would not do this.
Our instructions are to destroy the plans, rather than let them fall into your hands. That's all England's worried about.
How unfortunate. I'm so sorry you will be unable to carry out your instructions. You men carry the box to the dinghy. We will take it to the Vega.
Yes, boss. Move over here.
We've got to stop this, Algy.
Stand back! It is you who will be destroyed if you don't. Hurry with that box. You waste too much time.
It's a heavy box, boss, but we're taking it. Yeah.
The box is coming down now, Eric. See that it is placed in the dinghy.
Can't we do anything, Algy?
No, it won't help to get ourselves killed.
He's probably going to kill us anyway. We could have a crack at saving the papers.
Are you going to shoot us, Zoratov?
I confess that I am tempted. But you are likely to attempt some crazy heroics if I do. I shall leave it to you. If you stay here until we are away in the dinghy, you will live. If you make any effort to follow me to the beach, you will die.
Stay where you are, Ginge. He means it.
But they're putting the box in the boat. And Zolotov's running down to it.
How can we stop them? He's taken my gun, and all of them are armed.
And it was you who said you'd never give up the papers. Let's rush them. Let's try anything.
Stay where you are. There they go.
God. We've missed the kite, and now we've let the box slip through our fingers. Fat lot of use we are.
Algy, Ginge, you through there?
That's Tom Hayman's.
By the beach, Tom! We're behind the big sand dune. Come as quickly as you can.
If he's there, Biggles may be with him.
I hope so, but they'll have to hurry. The dinghy's almost out to the Vega.
Give me another call. I'm pushing blind through this infernal thorn bush.
This way! And for Pete's sake, get a move on. We've lost the papers.
Coming.
Yeah, now, what was that about the papers?
Zolotov held us up, took them from us. Have you a gun?
Yes.
Let me have it.
It's too late, Ginge. They've already hauled it aboard the yacht.
I might get one lucky shot.
Hold it. Where's Biggles, Tom?
He's at the plane, a couple of miles along the coast.
And the kite's okay?
Oh, well, there was a bit of a scrap. The fuel tank was holed, and Bertie was shot in the thigh. Both have been fixed now.
A couple of miles along the coast.
Yes. Biggles sent me to the hut after you. And old Susanna told me you'd come through here. It's taken me nearly all day to find you.
Those swine on the yacht are pulling up the anchor. Do you still say I can't fire?
The range is too great. Forget it. I've a much better idea.
You have? You've thought of something?
The kite. They may be pulling out in the Vega, but if we sprint along to the plane, we can follow them. And we'll move a lot faster than that yacht.
I think we're too late, Algy. It's growing very dark.
I didn't realize it'd take so long to reach you. It took ages to push along the coast.
About how long is it since the Vega moved out?
Oh, 2 hours at least.
We should be able to see her. If only we had a fraction more light.
Biggles, wait to starboard. What's that? I can see a dark spot on the water.
Yes. Yes, it could be a boat. We'll investigate.
I'm sure it's a boat. But it looks bigger than the Vega.
It's probably a trick of the light. It's always hard to identify anything just after dark.
What'll we do? Trail it?
We can't afford the petrol to trail it for long.
All right, let's put down. The water's calm enough. The old cat has turret guns, don't forget. We can train them on the yacht.
Yes, that's a thought. But we'll identify it for sure first. I'll sweep low over it.
You know, that doesn't look like the Vega.
It may not be, of course, but I don't know who else.
Holy mackerel! Hurrah, Biggles, for Pete's sake! I didn't know they carried machine guns on that boat.
That was no ordinary machine gun.
What do you mean?
Didn't you recognize it?
It did seem familiar. Good grief! A pom-pom gun.
Yes. Takes you back to the war years, doesn't it? Just as well it was dark, or they'd have brought us down.
But that's impossible, Biggles. The Vega wouldn't be fitted with pom-poms.
Was it the Vega?
No, I suppose it can't have been. But who else would fire on us?
I don't know, Algy, and I'm not going down to find out tonight. We're going back to Man of War Bay.
You're not going to give it up.
No, we'll search again in the morning, as far as our dues will allow us, and we'll search for 2 boats. The Vega and something most unfriendly that's equipped with pom-pom guns. You awake, Algy?
Oh, time to get up.
Dawn will break in a few minutes. I'm going to get cracking before it does. Don't want to waste any time.
No fear. The blighters have had too much start as it is. Oh. The others awake?
Ginger's at the motors, and the others are snoring their heads off. We can handle this between us. Are you right?
My word. Fit for anything after that sleep.
Then come forward. There are a couple of scores I'm rather impatient to settle.
How's the juice going?
Not so well. We're in no danger, but we must leave enough for the flip back to Jamaica.
Then we might be beaten yet. We must have covered 100 square miles of this ocean.
About that. But there's a lot more of it.
We can't search it all, Biggles. And we've seen no sign of a boat so far.
They can't be too far away. We'll keep going for a while yet. The juice will stand it.
There's an island ahead. Is that worth investigating?
It's one of those little islands they call cays. Won't take us long to fly over it.
Wouldn't von Stahlheim make for an island? Now he has the papers, I thought he'd head straight for Europe.
I can't see von Stahlheim and Zolotov sailing across the Atlantic in the Viga.
Hagen did.
He was saving his neck. These blokes think they've won the day. I don't know what they'll do, but I don't think they'll tackle any long ocean voyages.
Still, they have to get the papers back to Europe, somehow. Biggles! There's a boat down there.
Where? I've been watching the island.
Almost directly ahead of us, and about halfway there. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm certain it isn't a yacht.
No. We're a bit far away yet.
Good grief! It's going down!
Submerging, you mean? That's our friend of last night. A submarine. And I'll bet it's come to collect Zolotov and the papers.
Biggles is not equipped to fight a hostile submarine. How can he regain the documents from his enemies? Is the Viga at the island ahead? Be sure you hear the thrills in the next chapter of The Air Adventures of Biggles.